I'm here as a third-party intervener and a special appearance.
Whether you were
again, that's on him.
Mr. Lester, I've muted your device, Mr. Lester, because you are being disruptive. I am going to hold you in contempt and sentence you to 93 days in jail. Let me do one thing at a time. Your constant interrupting me is...
I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. Mr.
Stop interrupting me, Mr. Lester.
Damn.
Yeah, and so I'm going to deny the request for a personal recognizance bond.
That's crazy. Because I ain't white.
Today, we're diving into a courtroom circus that is equal parts frustrating and jaw-dropping. Our main character? Mr. Lester, a self-proclaimed sovereign citizen.
For a pretrial hearing in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference and also in person. We are, or first let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure, on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Michael Dagger-Margosian for Mr. Lester.
All right, and Mr. Dagger-Margosian, where do we stand with Mr. Lester's case today?
Your Honor, at this point, I don't, there's a breakdown of attorney-client relationship. I can't move forward and represent Mr. Lester. I've without getting into the details, obviously those are privileged, but it's clear that Mr. Lester either needs to move forward pro se, and I can certainly be on standby, or I can conflict this out, but our office is not going to be able to represent Mr. Lester.
Yeah, I would like the ACLU to pour. I poured everything to the ACLU. They already have my file and the Civil Rights Commission.
Mr. Lester, I'm sorry, but the microphone at the jail is really bad. There's a bad echo there.
Can you hear me, can you hear me now?
Yeah, so I can hear you. The issue is if you could talk not quite so loudly, because it's an echo in the room that causes the problem.
I'm in the ACLU and the Civil Rights Commission already are on this. You can move my file to those. I have sent them my complaints. I've also got the failure to appear, what I was picked up for in the first place, was dismissed. And Mr. Margosian is trying to move forward with a trial, and I'm not feeling that. I want to move for an immediate dismissal because I was harassed for 3 days, and they already have wind of this. There should be they should be asking for the body cams from August 2nd, as well as the 4th. I still haven't went over any evidence. So the Civil Rights Commission has my paperwork, and my affidavits rather, and the ACLU is on standby as well. I just rather for my whole file to go to them and let them represent them, let them take a look at what's going on. I don't have any transcripts. I haven't talked to Ms. Margosian since then. I had to have the jail email the courts for a court date because I've been sitting here for so long. Like I said, the failure to appear got dismissed. That's what I was picked up for originally.
Okay, so Mr. Lester, you've been charged with possession of methamphetamine and 2 counts of assaulting, resisting, obstructing a police officer.
Who genuinely seems to think he's untouchable. From the very start, the tension is palpable. The judge immediately mutes him for being disruptive, warning him that continued interruptions will not be.
You have previously been represented by the public defender's office, and they are requesting to withdraw as your attorney at this point. If that were to happen, another attorney would be assigned to you.
I just said the ACLU. I don't know what part of that nobody understands, but the ACLU is on standby as well as the Civil Rights Commission. I said it again. You can forward that all over there to them, and they'll take the case without no money. You know it like
all right.
I know.
So, Mr. Lester, that is not an option that I have to send this case over to the ACLU. If you want the ACLU,
I do though, because I do though. So let's get that understood. Now I have that opportunity to do that, and I'm requesting that on record.
Okay, you can request that, but the court is not in a position to do that. If you want someone else to represent,
sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not simple as you just putting the case together and sending it to him. It's not even you. Mr. Margosian can do it. It's not even your office that needs to do it.
Mr. Lester, please don't interrupt me when I'm talking to you.
Right. Here we go.
All right. Right now, the public defender's office represents you.
No, they don't. He just said he didn't want to represent.
All right, Mr. Lester is off camera. I don't know whether he's still in the room.
I'm standing right here. I can hear every word. I'm here as a third-party intervener and a special appearance.
All right, Mr. Lester, are you in agreement with Mr. Dagger Margosian's request to withdraw from your case?
That's on him. Like I said before, I wanted to go to the ACLU or the Civil Rights Commission. I'm gonna say it again for the court of record. They are on standby. They already know about all of this. I shouldn't have never been picked up in the first place. I was harassed for 3 days. 3 days. And you have the transcripts right there in front of you when the officers admitted that they just wanted.
Tolerated. And yes, this guy continues anyway. He interrupts, he yells, he demands, and somehow expects the court to bend to his special appearance nonsense.
And send a police report.
Mr. Lester, I need a yes or no answer to the question of whether you were.
Again, that's on him.
Mr. Lester, I've muted your device, Mr. Lester, because you are being disruptive and you are not allowing this court process to continue. I'm going to give this one more opportunity. I'm going to unmute your device. I'm going to ask you the question. If you don't answer or if you continue with this disruptive behavior, I am going to hold you in contempt and sentence you to 93 days in jail.
Very unprofessional.
Mr. Lester, are you in agreement or are you not in agreement with Mr. Dagger Margosian's request to withdraw as your attorney?
Well, if you please, yeah, I'm in agreement. If you please send that file over to the ACLU, please. I'm in agreement with that. Mr. Margosian, are you in agreement with you send that over to the ACLU, please?
Can I get like a contact information? I mean, I don't just send a file to
You know, okay, yeah, but you know where the ACLU's office is. I can get that to you. Yes, no problem. You can go off screen. I can get that to you. I have it right here in front of you. No problem. No problem.
And if that for whatever reason, I mean, that's outside the norm of what
I'm not. It's as simple as saying my rights have been violated. You know that. We're not going to keep going back and forth. I'm not doing it.
All right. Mr. Lester, please stop. So Mr. Lester has consented to Mr. Dagger Margosian withdrawing as his attorney. If there's some arrangement for Mr. Dagger Margosian to send information to the ACLU, that is, the court has no control over whether he is going to do that, and the court has no authority to require him to do that.
And Your Honor,
what the court is required to do under this process is to provide for the appointment of a special public defender. If Mr. Lester can get the ACLU to represent him, then you need to make arrangements to do that. And if there's an appearance filed by the ACLU, then they are welcome to represent him. But as it stands now, he is without attorney, and the court will make the appropriate arrangements to have a special public defender appointed. If the ACLU wants to substitute in place of that person, they are welcome to do so.
Yeah. I also like for a PR bond. I've been sitting here almost 180 days. My bond is ridiculous. My family's not going to be able to pay that.
All right, I will adjourn this case to February 7th.
I'm requesting a bond, please, for the court of record.
Mr. Lester, let me do one thing at a time. You're constantly interrupting me.
I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. Mr.
Stop interrupting me, Mr. Lester.
Damn.
Spoiler alert, it doesn't. The judge is calm but firm, repeatedly telling him to stop. And yet, Mr. Lester acts as if every courtroom rule was made for someone else.
How did it, man?
Pretrial is adjourned to February 7th at 8:15 a.m. Mr. Lester has made a request for a personal recognizance bond. Court has addressed the issue of bond with Mr. Lester numerous times previously. My decision on bond and reasons for it at this point have not changed.
Supposed to be professional.
Mr. Lester currently has a
Too expensive, sir. Too expensive.
Mr. Lester currently has a $5,000 cash or surety bond in this case, and that is appropriate, in my opinion, to assure his further appearances at this court. And so I'm going to deny the request for a personal recognizance bond.
That's crazy. Because I ain't white. Mr. Mark, go
Mr.
to
Mr. Lester. All right, you know what, Mr. Lester, stop.
No.
I muted your device, Mr. Lester. You have been warned repeatedly by me in this hearing as well as in other hearings. You are in contempt of this court as a result of your behavior here today. It's a sentence of the court that you served 93 days in the Lenawee County Jail. There's no further information that the court needs to find the contempt. It was directed in the presence of the court and after being warned numerous times. So, Mr. Lester, you can let the officer that's with you know that you are done with court for today. I will put the device in the waiting room until you are gone.
The hearing starts with the usual procedural formalities, attorneys placing their appearances on record, but it quickly unravels. Mr. Lester's attorney, Mr. Dagger, explains that the attorney-client relationship has broken down. He simply cannot represent Lester anymore. And how does Lester respond? By demanding the ACLU and Civil Rights Commission take over, insisting his file be handed off to them, while simultaneously claiming he was harassed for 3 days and targeted by police. It's a bizarre mix of legal jargon, conspiracy-like claims, and pure frustration. And honestly, watching him try to navigate this on his own is like watching someone try to negotiate their way out of reality itself. And here's the kicker. It's not just an annoying courtroom rant. Lester is facing serious charges, possession of methamphetamine, plus 2 counts of assaulting and resisting a police officer. So while he's acting like some grand victim, the stakes are very real. The judge patiently explains that the court cannot simply hand his case to the ACLU, that representation has to follow proper procedures, and that Lester will need a public defender appointed if no other arrangements can be made. But does he listen? Of course not. He keeps arguing, demanding, and blaming everyone but himself. Officers, the court, the system, anyone and everyone is at fault. This is where things really start to get heated. Lester's repeated interruptions force the judge to mute him again, warning him that if he continues, he'll be held in contempt and sentenced to jail. And yes, Lester pushes it further. He seems to almost invite trouble, pressing the judge's buttons, insisting on his demands, and refusing to follow basic courtroom rules. You can feel the tension in the virtual courtroom. The patience of the judge is remarkable because Lester is relentless. It's chaotic, it's frustrating, and honestly, it's almost mesmerizing. As the hearing presses on, Lester's antics only escalate. He continues to demand that his file be sent to the ACLU and Civil Rights Commission, as if typing a few emails could magically override the reality of the charges he's facing. The judge patiently explains again and again that the court cannot simply hand his case over. Proper procedures exist for a reason. But does Lester hear it? Not a chance. He yells, interrupts, and refuses to follow the basic rules of the courtroom. It's like watching someone who's decided that creating chaos is somehow a legal strategy. Eventually, the judge has had enough. Lester is warned one last time. If he doesn't stop, he will be held in contempt. The courtroom tension is practically electric at this point. Lester, instead of backing down, continues to argue, essentially daring the judge to enforce the rules. And enforce them, the judge does. Lester is officially found in contempt and sentenced to 93 days in jail. No dramatic speeches, no theatrics from the court, just a firm, calculated response to months of disruptive behavior. It's the kind of moment that makes you realize just how high the stakes are when someone treats the court like a personal stage for their grievances. And the story doesn't end there. Lester also requested a personal recognizance bond, claiming he's been in custody for nearly 180 days and that his family can't afford the current bond. The judge, completely unsurprised, denies it, explaining that Lester already has a $5,000 cash bond and that this is more than sufficient to ensure his future appearances. Lester reacts predictably, pushing the judge further, almost as if he wants to test the limits of patience. It's a chaotic dance of entitlement, disruption, and a profound misunderstanding of how the legal system actually works. Throughout all of this, Lester maintains the victim narrative, claiming harassment, targeting, and injustice at every turn. Meanwhile, the court operates in stark contrast, calm, procedural, and utterly unshaken by his claims. Watching this unfold is both frustrating and fascinating. You can see how someone like Lester can dig themselves into a hole, not by the charges they face, but by their refusal to engage with the system in a rational way. By the time the contempt charge is handed down, it's clear to everyone watching, this isn't about fairness anymore. This is about control, patience, and the stark reality that the law does not bend to chaos. So here's the takeaway. Mr. Lester may think he's clever, a victim, or somehow above the law, but the court makes one thing abundantly clear. The law doesn't negotiate with delusion. And while Lester might still be spinning his narrative, the contempt charge and denial of bond show the harsh truth. Playing the victim, pushing boundaries, and blaming everyone else can only get you so far before reality slams down hard.